What's going on, guys? Matty G back here with you on Football with Flags. Thanks so much for joining us as always. Today it is all about CONCACAF World Cup qualifying for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. We're going to go over each individual round, see how many teams are still left in the competition, of course, as well as break down how confident we are with each of the teams left in terms of how well or how good of a shot that they have to qualify for 2026. So sit back and join us as we head through CONCACAF. Well, the first round of qualifying has concluded already. It was just 4 teams, a two-legged playoff between two different matchups. The U.S. Virgin Islands taking on the British Virgin Islands, and Britain comes out on top. It was, I believe, 1-1 through the 180 minutes, but they win 4-2 on penalties after the second leg. And then Anguilla taking on Turks and Caicos Islands, and Anguilla comes out on top, winning, I believe, 4-3 in penalties as well. So some really exciting matchups between some of the lower level teams in CONCACAF, and for Anguilla and British Virgin Islands now getting put into the second round of World Cup qualifying. Now, with Anguilla and the British Virgin Islands moving on to the second round, we now have 30 teams left for CONCACAF. They're in 6 groups of 5, as you can see there on the screen. Each group will play a single round robin against one another. The top 2, based off points, goal differential, etc., whatever other tiebreakers necessary, will move on to the final round. As you can see, some very tough and tight groups, in my opinion, across the board, with a lot of teams really thinking that they have a good shot at least qualifying for one of those top 2 spots to move on. Now, those 12 teams left will then be put into 3 groups of 4, and instead of a single round robin, they'll play a double round robin. But only the top team in each group, based off points, goal differential, etc., will automatically qualify for the 2026 World Cup. They'll make up the last 3 spots, along with the United States, Mexico, and Canada, who of course have already qualified since they are the hosts. Those 3 teams will make up the 6 spots. Now, CONCACAF can still get in 8 teams. The top 2 of the 3 teams that finish second place in those 3 groups will then move on to the Interconfederation playoff, and they'll potentially face someone from South America, Africa, I believe, potentially maybe Oceania as well. Still maybe undecided, but still a possibility for 2 of these teams who finish second place to move on as well, with the opportunity and maybe making the World Cup themselves. Now, to rank all of these teams in terms of, as you can see there on the screen, very confident, potential, and then those sides that are going to need a miracle. We'll start with the ones at the top, and there's only 3 of them that I have currently right now. It's Costa Rica, Panama, and Jamaica, and I'll tell you why. For Costa Rica, obviously they do have some aging veterans, some decent talent coming up. This side really still does well scoring goals. As you can see, they had some inconsistent play with some of their results in the World Cup group stage back in 2022, but still I think a side that can get the job done. It's just sometimes their inconsistent play, especially in the back, giving away some cheap goals, can certainly be disheartening, and I think that's something that they really have to clean up. For Panama, again, they've looked really impressive as of late in some competitions and things going forward. We know that they want to get back like they did in 2018, their first ever World Cup appearance. I think that they really have a great opportunity to do so with how things stack up in that second round, and then moving forward, I think they have a great opportunity to try and automatically qualify. And then for Jamaica, again, we've talked, over and over about the, attacking talent that this team has, the speed that they have. If Andre Blake, Damian Lowe, and others can just help facilitate them, especially when they're on the counter, getting the ball forward, really just helping them out as much as possible, I think that could be really important for this side. But for the sides in terms of the potential category, I would really look at Honduras, Haiti, Trinidad and Tobago, Guatemala, really as 4 sides, maybe that you could kind of put in between those 2 groups. For me, though, I don't see any of them quite in that very confident label just yet, especially with Honduras. They haven't been back since 2014, really struggled, really been inconsistent. And even for El Salvador, a team that's just not, I think really still trying to search for a lot of different things, whether that's culture, the right type of players, a good manager, a lot of different things kind of up in the air for some of these sides. Haiti hasn't been back to the World Cup since 1974, and as good as they looked at times, even during the Gold Cup last year, the fact of how disappointing they were especially with some of their CONCACAF Nations League games and different things like that. Would really love to see them be a bit more consistent as well going forward. But Guatemala, again, a possibility. I think they're still on the outside looking in, though. And then for the rest of these teams, even Cuba, St. Lucia, Puerto Rico, some of these other guys, I don't see it. I think they're going to really need a good opportunity just to get to the third round, much less actually qualify on their own. So I think it's going to be really difficult. But, let us know down in the comments as well, guys, some teams that you feel really confident that could automatically qualify, some teams that you're really worried for and that maybe aren't in a good position, who you're rooting for as well. I'd certainly like to let us know down in the comments with all of that as well. But guys, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already done so. We've got plenty more coming your way. I know it's been a little sporadic as of late, but certainly looking to turn that around as soon as possible. So until next time, guys, have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Peace.